This in and of itself, as the title, you'll see here, Never Too Young to Die. Okay, but then you flip over and you see who's actually in the film, and you will see John Stamos, Vanity, and also listed Gene Simmons.
Yeah.
I just got way more excited.
Who is Vanity?
Vanity? She's a Prince protege.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's she's like, oh man, this is like the perfect movie then.
Yeah, but I just flipped over and saw how Gene Simmons looks in this movie.
Yeah. The note that came attached with this said he plays a transsexual villain.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Gene Simmons is wearing makeup and eyeshadow. Oh boy. All right, here we go. Now, first off, there is a pull quote right on the top. Explosions, 1 against 100 bazooka battles and chases. That sounds fucking awesome. Vanity, the new breed of temptress. Stamos, the new breed of hero. Alright, so I'm gonna actually read the back of this now.
Alright.
Past the pull quote. Action, Bond style. Beauty, Vanity style. Hero, American style.
Wow, that's profound.
This movie has everything working for it.
I know. Never Too Young to Die stars teenage idol John Stamos and the sensually exotic Vanity as two of the most dynamic secret agents seen in years. Gene Simmons plays the supervillain, no shit, who plans to take over the country, no shit, and finds his plot blocked by Stamos and Vanity. We're done. We don't have to watch the movie. That's it. The two suddenly find themselves the targets of the vicious Simmons and must take on the maniacal hermaphrodite.
Oh, a hermaphrodite. Not even... Okay.
Uh-huh.
This just keeps getting better.
I know. Okay, powerful heavy metal music, state-of-the-art weaponry, and the explosive chemistry between two of the sexiest stars on the screen blend to make this exciting action flick an automatic winner.
I cannot wait.
Even they know! Really?
Don't kill me! Next time, sweetheart, be careful who you choose as your lovers.
Do you just kill her with a finger?
I think so.
Stargrove! I want Stargrove!
He has like a sharp finger now.
Meanwhile, in college... No, jeez!
That was the best time.
Excellent choice. Excellent choice, actor.
Yeah, that was the best take there. So, what was the third film we watched?
Oh, we were so excited about Never Too Young to Die.
This was the biggest disappointment because it was the one I had the most hopes for.
Okay, Stargrove, let's see that new routine. Come on. All right, more left now. More left.
I mean, look at it. Just look at it.
This movie had everything working for it, but it's one of those ones that's more fun in concept than it is in execution.
Yeah, that's true. And unfortunately, someone somewhere paid $4 for it.
Ooh, that's too much.
But this is Never Too Young to Die, starring John Stamos, Vanity, and Gene Simmons, an all-star cast.
Yeah.
Obviously, they were trying to make a James Bond, a young James Bond, some sort of spin-off.
A James Bond type film that would appeal to a younger audience.
Yeah.
Much like, as you astutely pointed out, Richard Grieco.
Yeah, that Richard Grieco movie with the, I already forgot the name of it again.
If Looks Could Kill.
If Looks Could Kill.
Now I know it.
Well, this is a case of somebody in the studio system, some executive saying, who's hot right now? Oh, John Stamos, Vanity. Let's get all these people in a movie. What is popular right now in movies? Oh, but Mad Max and post-apocalypse movies are popular too. So our villains will inexplicably be Mad Max villains, even though it doesn't make any sense.
But the thing is it seems post-apocalyptic, but it's not.
It's not. They just look that way.
Present day 86, and
Right at the beginning, they're starting off with like scenes with Gene Simmons, and he's leading this broken down amphitheater full of freaks. And it's like, oh, it's going to be post-apocalyptic, and then they just cut to John Stamos doing gymnastics. There's a potential right there that it could have gone really campy, which could have been really fun.
I think that's the problem, is that it doesn't. I don't know what they were going for.
I think it was taking itself too seriously.
Yeah, there are times where it was getting campy, especially basically anytime Gene Simmons was on screen.
Yeah.
This movie, and this is a sentence I never thought I'd say in my life, but this movie lights up when Gene Simmons is on screen.
I love it!
I think he had a different idea as to what the movie was, opposed to everyone else in the film. And so that he plays it up a little bit more than the other characters.
Well, he was a hermaphrodite, transsexual psychopath.
But he had little
Yeah, but you
things
can
that he
underplay
would do.
that.
Yeah, you can totally underplay.
You can totally underplay that, and Gene Simmons just goes right for that scenery and just
Yeah.
chomping on it. No, that's the thing. Like that feels like a vestige of like a super campy Bond parody that got rewritten for John Stamos, and like now it's, you know, kind of cuddly and family friendly, even though there's a lot of vanity nipples.
Yeah.
In there, it's like, but it sort of you take some of the violence and the sex out, and it really sort of plays that way. It plays like a Disney movie.
Kind of goofy, kind of something you'd see on like a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, like it's WGN's, you know, movie of the week.
Yeah, something along those lines.
You know, it's wacky, but it's never wacky enough.
No.
Like, when Gene Simmons isn't on the screen.
Yeah.
You know, rolling his eyes back in his head and sticking his tongue out. God, I love that.
A big thing to mention too, it's not just our I mean, it's obvious when you look at the cover, but it's not just our theory that they're going for a Bond redo.
Oh, yeah,
but, George Lazenby is in it as his father.
Yeah.
So it's obvious a passing of the torch from old Bond to new, young, hip Bond.
But the elements are all there. There's, new, young, hip Bond. There's a Q character to give him some gadgets. There's the Bond girl.
It's obviously a pathetic copycat movie.
Yeah.
Where when people plug in all their ideas into a thing where this will be a sure bet.
Yeah.
We'll have this. That's when it blows up.
It's a failed marketing attempt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all it is.
It's when you've taken, like, I mean, John Stamos, generally speaking, is a fairly charming actor. Like, that's what he's got going for him, and I didn't give a shit about, like, I was initially excited that it was going to be like, oh, it's going to be John Stamos, it's going to be like, he's going to be all Stamos and whatever, but he's just kind of there.
He didn't go full Stamos.
No.
That was an amazing scene, though. The
was pretty
sexual tension / comedy scene.
Oh, that's where I thought it was turning into a Naked Gun movie,
Yeah.
where it gets, it keeps escalating in a comedic fashion, which I don't think was intentional.
They keep cutting back to him, cutting back to her, and he's like, oh, woo, 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 and then cut back to her, and she's like, ooh, and then she's in like laying out, putting oil all over herself. Then the next scene, she's pouring a hose on herself, and he keeps going in and out of the door, and then he's eating an apple.
Oh yeah,
and
he's obsessed with eating fruit. That's going to suppress his urges or something.
But then after all that sexual tension and all that, they just have sex.
They just have sex.
Let's talk about the use of bad dummies.
Oh yeah, that's one thing this had
That
going
was
for it.
really great.
All right.
Yeah, no, I'm in. If I wasn't...
The editor saw that and said, you know what, let's just leave it in.
Oh yeah, put that in the movie.
There's nothing better than a bad dummy.
Yes.
The best bad dummy, though, by far, is in the movie The Fugitive with Harrison Ford. In the behind the scenes of The Fugitive, they're talking about the state-of-the-art dummy that they're going to throw off the waterfall. You know, when he's in the pipe and they're like, well, this dummy cost us $50,000. It's fully articulated, and then they cut to the scene, and the dummy falls, and it's just all the bones. And it's hysterical.
So the dummies in Never Too Young to Die definitely fall on the bad dummy scale side of the spectrum, but creatively used in two different ways, because there are two different dummies, one of which is thrown down kind of a shaft and then falls onto some railings.
Sorry.
But clearly, and Mike pointed this out when we were watching it, very clearly the editor was just like, yeah, I'm leaving that in, that's hilarious. And then, spoilers, at the end of this stupid-ass movie, Gene Simmons gets thrown off the fucking Hoover Dam, whatever dam it is. And so you're watching a dummy with, which is, the tallest dummy you've ever seen in your life, dressed in the, getup that.
In a drag.
It's a sort of drag, yeah, with like giant hair, and it's just like, and you're just sort of watching it just tumble, and just like.
It's banging.
It's amazing, yeah, running into stuff.
I'm
and
surprised it's not falling
bouncing.
apart.
Yeah.
That's where I think of like the prop department, because they have no emotional investment in the story or the movie. They're just like dressing up this dummy and thinking like, what are we doing?
But I have a feeling that the director and every single member of the crew did not care about this project whatsoever.
I don't think so.
No.
I get the distinct impression after watching the film that that's the case.
Go ahead, add it to your collection of gadgets.
You're gonna be sick because nobody's coming back here tonight.
One thing that is really disappointing that I feel kind of lied to about is on the back here. There were explosions and there were chases, but there was no 1 against 100 bazooka battles.
What is that even English?
No.
So is it 100 people with one bazooka, or
This is a
Or
quote
is it
from
one person?
or a person against 100 bazookas?
100 bazookas.
It doesn't matter because there were no bazookas in the
There
movie.
was not even a one
There
bazooka.
wasn't one bazooka.
No, there was like
And this, I am kind of pissed.
He really hates helmets!
And there were no chases.
Yeah,
There were chases, yeah. Remember when Vanity
highway
goes
chase?
Griswold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She goes full Griswold.
Full Griswold.
For no reason at all.
It's not okay to go full Stamos, but it is okay to go full Griswold.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And Ragnar!
I slept on this, thought about it long and hard, and my vote for the best movie out of the 3 is Russian Terminator. As far as entertainment value goes, as far as audience participation goes, of constantly yelling questions and being engaged, I had more fun watching this than I did Never Too Young to Die, which is really disappointing because I had high hopes for Stamos.
Yeah.
I was more entertained by Never Too Young to Die.
Oh, we got it.
I was because there was music. I actually cared about like the Stamos character in the beginning, where he has a rocky relationship with his father and stuff like that.
So Jesse, your vote is for
Never Too Young to Die.
Josh?
Russian Terminator.
Are we going on funny bad or like not a bad movie?
I think we're going on funny bad.
I was going on most entertaining.
Yeah.
Literally, I was more entertained by the time spent, whether positively or negatively. Yeah. I was more. I mean, it's not like it was fucking Ninja Vengeance, because fuck you.
I'll probably. I want to say Never Too Young to Die because it was a little more creative. It was better made. I understood what was happening. But Russian Terminator is a funner watch because it doesn't feel like a piece of marketing schlock that a studio put together. Yeah. It felt like just a incompetently bad movie that's fun to watch and fun to yell things at. So if we're going for that angle, I'm going to have to say Russian Terminator.
Jay, what are we doing?
We're gonna drop a cinder block off the top of this ladder onto Ninja Vengeance. Why? The reason being that Ninja Vengeance exists. Holy shit! It did more damage to the cinder block.